Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory Update 6 playthrough. And on this episode, we are going to be working on our Tier 2 and Tier 3 upgrades. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. Alright, so when we left off in the last episode, we had just finished Tier 1 and we needed to upgrade our base to the new Mark II conveyors. And we have done that. We have upgraded. Let's quickly whip through and have a look at what's changed out here with the base. So everything that we had built before, I kind of redid it and expanded it to be able to accept the Mark II conveyors that are now running at 120 items per minute. And yeah, got everything back. All the manufacturing lines that we had done, they just basically doubled up from what they were. So power. We are generating a little bit more power now. I have now got 9 additional bio generators here, biofuel generators, plus the 2 on the back. Of course, these ones are smaller. They don't produce as much power. We have automated our biofuel production. That's just down at the bottom of the ramp over here. As we quickly whip around to have a look at that right there. We have our leaves getting processed and our wood getting processed, all dumping into 2 containers for biofuel. Alright, this first floor over here, this is our iron plate construction. We're coming from the first node on the ground over here. That's coming up to this floor. And getting fed into 4 smelters, which then gets fed into 4 constructors and dumped into a storage container. We are also pulling a feed off of that, and I will show you that here in a little bit. Second floor, this is our iron rod construction. So, again, we've got a node, 120 items per minute coming up into here. 4 smelters making ingots. Then going into 8 constructors making our iron rods, and all dumping into a storage container. Now we head up to the next floor, and this is our screw floor, of which we have a full node of 120 items per minute coming in to 4 smelters, which is then dumped into 8 constructors to be able to make our iron rods, and then dumped into 12 more constructors, all to make our screws. Now note, everything here is done load balanced, so everything is running at peak efficiency for making screws. And then we do drop a line down from up here off of this set, because 3 of them produce 120 items per minute, and that is going down to back down to our bottom floor, and it's being combined with our plate down there to make reinforced plate. And we have 2 assemblers down here that are taking care of this little production line, which is 60 items per minute total in iron plate and 120 items total per minute of screws. So we're using all of this screw production line and 2/3 of the iron plate coming off of here, which leaves us enough for an overflow here for additional plate. So that's kind of where we're at with our construction here so far. What else? We've got our limestone. We've got 120 items per minute of limestone. That is then being divided into 3 additional constructors to make our concrete, which is all being stored in this container. And of course, I've used a lot of concrete with all the foundations and everything that we've got over here. And then over on this side is where we have our copper node that's producing our copper wire and also our copper cabling. So we have 1 pure node, 120 items per minute coming up into 4 smelters. Let's just jump up on top here so you can have a better look. Going into 4 different smelters. That all feeds in, and then it's split off into 4 constructors to make our wire. That is then fed back into 1 more constructor to make our cabling. So we've got storage for cabling and storage for copper wire. That is everything that we had production-wise before, just doubled up now that we have the Mark II conveyors. So the other thing now that we need to do is I do have the space elevator is planted down here, but we need to unlock that first layer of the space elevator. which I believe is smart plating that we need to be able to craft up here. And I want to say it's 50 smart plating. Let's have a look here and see just how much we need. We run over to this, we look at it. Yes, it is 50 smart plating that we need to make. So that's the production line we're going to work on next. All right, so I have added a couple of quick little production lines here. The first one is on the floor just above us. I added an assembler to be able to make rotors. So, and then the rotor line is coming down here and it is running into this assembler that's being combined with our reinforced plate to be able to make smart plating. Now I have to wait for that to build up to 50. So while we're waiting for that, I went out and did a little bit of scouring. I did kill a little spider dude, so we have one of their carcasses now that we can run through the research. So we're going to head over to our man here and have a look at the alien organism. So we're going to select this and do research. So the only one left is the spitter that we have to get. And from the spitter, okay, the other one we did is I picked up a power slug. So we're going to research this one as well. Power slug's been researched. And so basically now we need to scannable object power is what we're going to be doing next. Power shards, and then overclocking research we got to do. So we've got a little bit more stuff that we need to be able to do. So it looks like we need another blue power slug, a yellow power slug, and then overclock production. Make a power shard, and then a bunch of materials to be able to turn that one in. And we still need this spitter, so we might go out and do a little search to see if I can find a spitter now. So with some of the bug guts that I did have left over, we're going to go back to alien organism here, and I've actually got this one done, which was grinding up some of the alien protein. So we can start this research now as well too. So bioorganic properties has been taken care of, so now we can continue grinding up bug bits and nuts and rotors to be able to make our inhalers. And it looks like we've also got access to now being able to inflate our pocket dimension. That's actually good news for us. We can actually go do that right now because we just need some more copper cabling for that. So I'm going to run over and get some more cabling. Okay, so let's head over to alien organism. We're going to expand our pocket dimension, get that taken care of. That nice 3-second research, I can handle that. And then we get to do it again as well. Once we get some more of the organic data capsules we've got to do, and then steel beams. So we got a little ways to go yet before that can come into play. We're also getting to a point where we can start making we can get the rebar gun up and running for us as well too. We're a little ways off from hostile organism detection, because that's going to require crystal oscillators, and I think those are AI limiters. That's going to be a bit. That is going to be a bit for sure. And you know what? I haven't found any nuts yet or berries out here, so that's going to be a little bit problematic there. And then, of course, we got to find a spitter to kill. I hate the spitters. The spitters are... When you don't have your decent weapon, they can be a little bit problematic. We can finish, however... It looks like slug scanning. We can get that done. We have everything we need for that. Slug scanning is now complete. What's this one here? We need rotors and a yellow power slug and some more cable. And then this is going to be that. You know what? I can make that power shard. I've got the power shard. Let's craft that up. Un power shard. What else did we need for the power shard? Alien organism. No, it wasn't. It was power slugs. We have everything for that one, so we're going to research that one, get that done. Confirmed. So now we just need a yellow slug. Once we get our hands on a yellow slug, we got access to rotors, we got access to cable. That's not going to be difficult at all. Okay, so we went on a little walkabout, and I did find some quartz and sulfur, which has opened up a little bit more for us to be able to do some research with. So we're starting our quartz tree. So now we can start to research into quartz crystals and silica, and then the shatter rebar under the sulfur tree. Let's get that going, and I think this will lead into like the black powder and the Nautilus and stuff. Yeah, so there's black powder, our Nautilus detonator, expanded tool belt, which will be really handy. Getting into that for sure. So yeah, we're starting to make a little bit of progress here. I still don't have a spitter, and yeah, I don't have enough of anything else here to be able to finish our research, but hey, we're making some progress. That's a step in the right direction. We should have pretty close to enough now to be able to unlock the elevator. Okay, so I did go and grab over our 50 smart plating. We can go and fire these now into our space elevator. We're loading, waiting for it to be sealed, and ready to send. Off it goes. It shoots up into the space elevator, off to wherever it goes from there. Who knows where it goes? Really, to tell you the honest truth, all we're doing is we're out here pillaging this planet and sending it off to fix it, incorporate it, to do whatever they wish with it. But what this does do now is, if we come over to Tier 3 is now completely unlocked and ready to go for us. Look! Coal power! Yay for us! We desperately need coal power, because as soon as we can find coal, we're done with the biomass gathering. I've been spending so much time cutting trees and gathering leaves, it's starting to wear a little bit thin. Vehicle transportation, so we can get the tractor, the truck station, another inventory slot. That's all really important to dive into. And then basic steel production we get to dive into as well too. So Tier 4, what do we get out of there? We get advanced steel production. So that is our Mark II miner, which is going to get us even more. So we get to re-expand the base again. Industrial and case steel beams, stators, motors, automated wire, heavy frames. Improved melee combat. That gets us our new Xenobasher, which is, oh thank goodness, an extra hand slot. More inventory as well too. That one might actually come up sooner than we think. Hyper tubes. Right now we don't really need them, but it is available. And then Mark III conveyors. Mark III is going to be handy because now that's going to be 270 items per minute that we can transport items on both the conveyor and the elevator. So yeah, where to? Tier 3. Let's look at this. What do we need? Coal power. We need some rotors. Let's go get some rotors. Alright, coal power, here we come. We're at the hub. We've got our milestones selected. Let us go with reinforced plate. Let us go with some rotors and some cabling. Launch away. We can now do coal power. Oh, thank goodness for us.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup.
So we get water extractors now, we get pipes, we get coal, we get coal power, we get... Oh, it's going to be fantastic to get rid of all of this. So let's go find some coal. Let's use our little search here. How far away is coal? There is coal 400 meters that way and 600 meters, so 400 meters away. 400 meters away, and we've got power. Power, I say! Okay, let's go find our coal. Alright, we got to the coal, and here was a spitter here waiting for us. We are taking... It won't let me pick it up. Please let me pick it up. I need the guts for it. It's not going to let me pick it up because it died on top of the coal node. No! I needed that spitter. And apparently there's some type of, whether it's ancient artifact or some schloop or something out here. Something's got it triggered. Is there just the one coal node here? Bright side is, it is a pure node, so I can live with that. Hey, was that able to be picked up? Oh no. No, no, no. Why? Why? They gotta fix those hitboxes.
Comply.
I should be able to pick that up, and it will not let me pick it up. That really sucks. That really sucks a lot. Oh well, because I need to research that. There'll be more spitters along the way that we can find, but I'm gonna get a coal plant set up here and get some power generation. How far away from water are we from up here? We might actually haul this coal down this little hillside here, get it closer to the water, then we don't have to deal with headlift. I think that's what we might do. Fortunately, there is another one of those spitters right here that I need to work on attacking. We got it, and we got its guts. That's the last bit of the alien organism we needed. Man, the AI on the animals is definitely a lot more challenging now than what it used to be. We got a nice little ramp set up here. We'll get this built out this way. And we'll get our coal plants set up out here because we got easy access to all of this water, which is going to be really handy. Okay, so I've marked off, I've got the coal, you know, at least marked. I got a foundation set up for it. We've ran power over there. I need a bunch of copper piping and stuff to be able to build it. And so I don't have a copper sheet plant done yet. So that's what I got to work on next, is actually getting a copper sheet plant up and running. And then there is some other things that we got to kind of get manufacturing for this to be able to turn our coal power on. So we're not quite there yet for coal power. I was really hoping to. However, on the way back, I did find a little bit of Caterium that we could run over through the research mam here. And let's head in here, and we're going to go into the Caterium tree, select this, and start that research, because that'll start the tree to get us into some more of the technology, our quick wire, and all that type of stuff. So, as well as we get our zip line, which will be handy to move around a little bit better. And then what else? Our stun bars, more rebar options for us. So, still haven't found a yellow power slug yet, and we're still a long ways off from getting everything we need for the quartz and sulfur stuff. So, the next copper line, that's what I got to build. Ooh, wait, I forgot. We did pick up that stinger. Back to the MAM, alien research, stinger bits. Boop. That is now done, which just gives us the other more ability to grind up the protein, is what that is, so that we can continue our research tree down here. Because I think we do need like 5 of those protein little thingies. Ground up spitter bits. Let's craft that up and then see if, was it 5 was all I needed, or was it 9? Oh no, it was, this is what we needed to craft the capsules, the organic data capsule, and it takes 1 of those little ground bug bits. But I can't remember how many it was I needed to be able to continue our little research here. 5. Oh, here we go. Start research. Yeah, that's all we needed. 5 of them to unlock structural analysis. Continue. That gets us the rebar gun that we can now... Oh, and I even have the stuff to be able to make the rebar gun. Rebar gun is now researched. Okay, so that is some significant progress we've just made there right now. We're going to need the rebar gun because the hostile mobs are more of a challenge in Update 6. Just flat out, all of them are more of a challenge. They've changed the AI on them. The hogs run differently. The spitters have more damage. The spiders, they leap crazy, and if they attack you from behind, they do a ton of damage. So lots of things to kind of keep an eye out for hostility. So things that we can pick off from a distance is probably not a bad thing. One of the new additions with Update 6, as we can see here right now, is we're getting some weather patterns happening. Right now it is actively raining, and you can kind of see like the little water droplets splashing against the floor here. rain falling from the sky. It gives it a nice little atmosphere up here, and the ground definitely appears wet. So, nice little add-on. I never did see it. No weather patterns happened before Update 6 at all. So, this is a nice little addition to the new update for Satisfactory. Hey, as you can see, I'm running around up here, and it is wide open where my burners were. You know what that means? It means that the coal plant is done. Let's go down and have a look at it. All right, so we have our Mark 1 miner here set up with Mark 2 conveyors. This, I believe, is a pure node. Yes, we are getting 120 coal per minute out of here. That is all running down on this conveyor system that heads down to our coal burning plant that we have set up down here. So we're feeding up enough coal through here that it can run 8 generators. That does require 3 water inputs. So basically I have my coal load balanced into the front of our coal generators. And then coming from the backside, we have our water pumping coming through. We have one pump coming in at one end. We have another pump way down at the far end. And then one pumping in at the middle to be able to provide the water needed for our coal power generation. And because it's all load balanced, things are it's cooking along perfectly. We have 600 watts of power being generated by this one plant now. I will, definitely, because like our capacity is 600 watts. Our max consumption right now is 419 watts. Megawatts, that is. We are going to need definitely more power than that, so I will probably go on the hunt for another coal line that we could feed over to here to get another coal plant up and running. Or I will, work towards getting that Mark II miner done and the Mark III conveyors so that we can increase the output of this particular coal line to generate more coal power for us. So let's head back to our hub to see what else we can work on here. We have made it back to our little starter base here, and let's see what else we can turn in. So, vehicular transportation, we cannot pull that off yet because we still need modular frames. I need a bunch more rotors, which we're not manufacturing yet. What else we got here? We've got basic steel production. I still need to make the modular frames for that. So we'll have to get these 2 lines up and manufactured. Tier 4, advanced production, that requires some steel stuff, so we got to complete stuff there. Oh, hey, we could do this. Improved melee combat. That gets us our better Xenobasher, so we'll get an upgrade there, plus we get another hand slot and another inventory slot as well. And I have everything we need to be able to get that done, so let's start off with a crap ton of cabling, both wire and regular cable, as well as some reinforced plate and some rotors. Launch away. Now we get the new Xenobasher. So if we look down here it's over in the tools. Let's go over to our workbench.
And have provided an improved
the equipment workbench.
Increased strength and range.
We need modular frames, we need 2 Xeno Zappers, and then we are able to make the new Xenobasher. Let me see what it will take to be able to get some modular frames up and running. So as it turns out, I can just handcraft those, so we're going to do that here real quick, as well as we're going to have to make another Xenobasher, because I do not believe we have enough. We'll have to take this one out of our inventory. We're going to slap that down there. We can carry this around now permanently because we have 3 hand inventory slots now. And we need to make just a regular Xenobasher. So that's getting done. There we go. We can now craft up our new Xenobasher. We have the upgrade. Now it won't take us like 10 hits to kill something. So that's actually good news for us. Ta-da! We have our new weapon of melee form combat. And then, of course, we have our rebar gun as well, too. Of which we will be doing some upgrades there at some point. Right now, I would say this is the perfect opportunity to say, okay, I think we're done for this episode. What have we accomplished? We've got multi-floor construction happening over here now for everything that we've done. We have coal power. I don't have to go out and farm for wood or leaves or any of that anymore. That is done. We've got copper sheeting being made, copper wire, copper cabling. We're making some serious strides. Now it's going to be time to, in the next episode, look at getting into our steel construction and get a lot more of our tiers unlocked so we can continue progressing. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you did, can you please reach down and hit that like button on the video? I'd also really appreciate it if you could leave a comment on how you're enjoying this series. And, yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel, and you can also ring that notification bell so you can be notified when I have uploaded a new video. And, hey, look, Mam's back. Welcome, traveling pod of goods going to somewhere that we'll never ever see again. And yeah, follow me on social media. That's on Instagram and Twitter at TerraceDWDC. With that said, you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next episode.